I am finally tackling this bathroom area. So what I did was I took my wallpaper and I held it up to the wall to see where it would land. I came in a little bit so that I've got a little bit excess wallpaper out on the outside. So what I'm doing now is I am coming up here, making sure we're level, and this is my plumb line that I'll be using. And here we come to a real weird situation where it doesn't look level, but it is. Okay, now this right here is the nemesis in the room. I can't get it off the wall. I don't have a screwdriver that will remove this. I went and bought an eyeglass screwdriver and it won't even touch it. So I'm gonna have to wallpaper around that, and it is what it is. So we're gonna do the peel and stick wallpaper. I got it off of Amazon. It's what is in the rest of my house. It's in the kitchen, it's in the bathroom, and I love it. It's that shiplap look, rustic wood look, the farmhouse look. So that is what's going up here, and I'm gonna get ready to apply it. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the wallpaper, I'm gonna put it up here backwards. I'm gonna leave myself some excess on the top, and I'm gonna draw a line at the bottom to see it's right here. So I'm gonna go cut that. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a T right here for top. Those lines are not straight. They're just not. Maybe they are, and it's just an illusion. All right, we're gonna go for it. I think it is straight. I think it's an illusion. So I've got this where I want it, and I'm gonna take this part out right here. I mean, I am actually committing myself to this right now. Okay, I'm gonna cut an X. It's still looking crooked to me. Yeah, see, we went below it too much. Oh well, it is what it is. I will put a little piece of paper there to cover it up. Okay, all right. So now I can peel it back and start laying it down. I don't even have to take the backing off of this. That's how much adhesive is on here. I can just put it on here without removing the backing. I'm not kidding. That is how much adhesive is on this wallpaper. I mean on the wall that I couldn't get off. I'll get a little piece and put here later to cover up that horrendous looking mess right there. Okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and take this off, and that way when I lay the wallpaper, maybe that illusion will disappear that it's not straight. I just cut that off up there and you didn't see it. Okay, I'm gonna remove the backing and get it on there for real. And I'll be back when I've got it done. All right, I'm gonna show you from this angle what I do. I used to use one of these. I don't anymore. I use a cloth. It lays it down better. That's what I did with the contact paper on my kitchen counter the other day. Not the one that's messed up because of the underneath layment, but the one I did on my countertop that has already got paper on it. This works really well. And if this were not level in the lay down part of it, it would be wrinkling and giving me a hard time. That's another way to know that you are where you're supposed to be when you're applying the wallpaper. If it's wrinkling and doing all that, then you know you're not level. I've put so much wallpaper up in my life. From the kind you have to put the paste on to the kind that like this. That looks real good. And my lines don't look crooked anymore. Thank God. Okay, so there's the first one. Starts right about there. So before I do my break, I'm going to put my little patch right here. There. With a towel hanging there, it won't even be that noticeable. After a while, I'll not even remember it's there. When I'm working with wallpaper that I don't have to match patterns, which is really nice, I don't make this harder on myself than it has to be. So I measure from here to here. I'm going to have to do a little cut right there up at the top here. But I'm just going to come straight down. I'm not going to try to do a corner and come under. So I measured, added a little bit just to give me some room to play with. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up, and this is my level line right here, and I'm just going to lay this wallpaper next to that line. I'm going to come down, apply it, just like I did the last one right here. And as long as we're straight, it should lay straight. Like I said, it's a little bit over the line, so I've got room to play with up here, okay? And then come straight down here. So once again, I am going to do my cuts up here before I even take the backing off of the wallpaper. It's good. Bend over just a smidge. I might actually just put it right up against the line of the wallpaper like that. I think that'll look better. Well, there's a mistake. I didn't want to go that far with my little cut, so we're just going to make a little slice right there so that can come back over here. I feel like my armpit is in the camera. Nobody needs that. Okay. What I did was I sliced right here, and then I came down with the knife too far into this. So this is cut right here, but I'll patch that back together once I get the backing off of it. And I'm gonna go ahead and cut this right here. I gotta do this with the camera not being on because it's too hard. All right, I've got it up there and it went up easy. Okay, so I just put it right under the bottom of the cabinet. I'm gonna come like this and come around, and I wanna see if I stay true over here. It looks like it. Looks like it might be true. Oh, that's lovely. I went a little bit above it. Let's see if we can fix that. Just put it back on here. There. Ta-da! Go. All right, I've gotten this far. I put wallpaper on the outlets so that they will look pretty. I'm gonna have to wipe down the little deals to just clean them up. I gotta hit the circuit before I do that though. So we've got this wall done, and then over to that part right there. And now I need to order another roll. So that's where we're at. The trailer's rocking. Come on knocking. It's just the wind blowing. All right, here's my grocery haul. I picked up some almond milk, some turkey breast for sandwiches, some gluten-free mountain white bread, some green onions. I'm going to be making a potato salad, yummy, a Chinese noodle and veggies bowl with cashew sauce, the usual garlic hummus, some sweet pickle relish for my potato salad, apple juice, my Orgain 30 grams of protein mix that I use with my almond milk. Got some small flour tortillas for refried beans. So I guess you'd call that a burrito. In order to make the potato salad, I needed potatoes. I only wanted one red onion, but they gave me two. I must have hit the 2 button by mistake. This is for potato salad. Chocolate chips, my guilty pleasure, with peanuts. Yummy. A big jug of vinegar. I'm going to start using it in my wash instead of fabric softener once my fabric softener is done. See how that works. I've heard it works really well. Sensitive toothpaste because I have sensitive teeth. Some crackers. These are Italian herb flatbreads. I use these to do communion, and I am going to do communion today, so I needed to get some crackers. You know, more rice for the puppy. I was watching something about the arsenic in the rice and whatnot. It says to rinse your rice before you cook it, so that's what I've been doing. And so hopefully I'm getting rid of all the nasties that are in the rice for my dog. And last but certainly not least, the elm bugs are back. If you have watched my channel for at least the last 3 years, you know about the elm bug situation that I have had. They were here for, I think, 5 years nonstop. I had hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of them in my house. I've got it on film. They're back. They left for a couple of years and I was so grateful, but I'm finding them in my house again. I saw a girl do a haul and she said that she's read the reviews on these and they're supposed to work really well. So I'm going to plug one of these in and I hope that it zaps every single elm bug that comes into my house. They can come in through the tiniest of openings. I mean, dinky tiny openings. They're hard shelled and they're hard to kill. So we're going to give this a try. That is the end of the Walmart haul, but I want to show you my dress I'm wearing. I am trying to wear more dresses. I think I got this one off of Temu. I'm pretty sure I did. I really love the cut of the arms, the way it's cut. It's very flattering. And it's got this little hole right here. I'm wearing a bandana because it keeps my hair out of my face. And I like that. I used to wear these all the time in the 70s and then I stopped wearing them, but now I'm back to doing it again. Got a couple of dresses coming through Amazon. One is here already, but I'm waiting for all my stuff to get here. I've got another dress that's coming. I've got a roll of wallpaper coming so I can finish off the bathroom, so I can finish this video for you. And that's what's up. So yeah, there you go. It wouldn't be a haul if I didn't forget something. I ordered some Altoids. I love these things. And I've been out of them for quite a while. So I got some Altoids. Wintergreen, my favorite. I wanted to show you some things I got the other day at Walmart when I went into the store. So I got this really pretty trash can, soap dish, soap dispenser, and a cup, but I use it for my toothbrush. And they are in the green. That perfectly matches my kitchen, and I love it. And then I ordered this. I didn't order it. I bought this for Peanut. This is going to be for when we travel in the van, a little bowl setup for him. So that's super cute. And that's it. Along with his collar, I got him a harness. I know it's pink. They didn't have one for boys, but everybody thinks he's a girl anyway, poor thing. Even I did for quite a while. So I got him a harness for when we're out traveling and I can secure him well to the harness instead of just using his collar. This contributed to the high cost of my groceries today because this thing is $20. So it better work. Yeah, it better. I'm in my car at Dollar Tree in the parking lot. I had to come over here to get a couple of items that I didn't want to get at the grocery store because they're cheaper at Dollar Tree than they are at the grocery store, and that being bar soap. But I ended up picking up some more things. So first I'll start off with the items that I wanted that were less money over here than they are at Walmart is bar soap. And I was smelling this in the store and I thought, oh man, I've got to have this. This smells beautiful. It's Caress Daily Silky Fresh Softening. It's a floral cleany smell, if you relate to that. It's not like rose water. I've got an Altoid in my mouth. So I picked that up. Because I bought the new soap dispenser, I wanted to get soap for it. So I got aloe and chamomile. And this is a nice size bottle for $1.25. I picked up fresh aloe body lotion, and it is 8 fluid ounces. It's Dermasil. The last time I got cocoa butter and I really liked it, they were out of it, so I got this. Oh, it's got a seal on it, which is a good thing. I wanted to smell it. These were on my list that I had to have. And then this was the last thing on my list. No, second to last. I needed some trash bags for my bathroom trash. And then I wanted to pick up some tissues for my house. That was on the list. These are not on the list, but I'm going to be traveling, and so I want to get some spray bottles to be able to have my vinegar water, and can't remember what I need the other one for, but 2 of those. And then I picked up this basket. I'm going to be putting it under my sink in the kitchen and put my dish soap and things in it on the top shelf. I've got 2 baskets in the bottom, and I really like them, and I was hoping they would have just like those, but they didn't. But I think this will be fine. This was $1.25. And then I got 2 plus items. I saw this first aid kit because I'm going to need one for traveling, and it has 29 things in it. It has 1 carrying case, 10 adhesive bandages in 4 different sizes or 5 different sizes, adhesive bandage, triangular bandage, elastic bandage, first aid tape, safety pins, tweezer, scissors, 5 cotton swabs, 2 gauze pads, and 4 first aid antiseptic isopropyl alcohol pads. And of course, I will add to this as well. So it's a nice little case with a zipper on it and a handle, and that'll be really convenient for in my car right here. I'm really excited to go. I am going to be going to Maine. I want to see Maine. I'm dying to see Maine. Thrifty Tiffany, if you watch her, she has been hauling this for a while, and every time I see her do it, I'm like, you know what? This is really a cool thing for $5. So you get 22 quart bags, 20 freezer bags, 58 sandwich bags, and 50 snack bags, and 18 gallon bags, and it just fits in your drawer. The cutouts are right here, so you just slide it into your drawer, and there you are. So I'm super happy to have that. That was $5. That is the Dollar Tree haul. So I wanted to tell you all that I wanted to put a video out last week, and I had it all made, and I had edited it, and I was listening to it afterwards, and it sounded horrible. I had, once again, tried to use a mic that I had available in my house because it's air conditioning time, and I don't want you to have to hear the air conditioning noise because it's annoying. Well, it just really was bad. I mean, it was horrible. So I'm like, I don't want to put out a video that sounds like this, because one of the most important things to have is good audio. And this phone mic isn't bad. I mean, it works pretty well. But I want one that's, you know, just more clear, and when I have noise around me, I want to be able to have that noise buffled. I guess that's muffled and buffered all in one word. Buffled, like confuzzled. I used to say that a lot. I'm confuzzled, which means I'm confused and puzzled all at the same time. I heard other people say it. I'm like, that's my word. You don't get to have my word. So yeah, that's why I didn't put a video out last week, because I had one. I took my cauliflower, I harvested it, and I made a dish with it called loaded cauliflower. I can't talk. And it was oh so good. It was wonderful, but the audio for the video last week was just really bad, so I ended up just trashing the whole thing. I guess I could have hung on to the cauliflower part of the video because it sounded okay as I recall, but anywho, yeah, so the cauliflower has been harvested and eaten, and my strawberries are doing really well. I'll show them to you tomorrow. It's too hot out there today. And I have a ton of laundry to do. Oh my word. I have got so much laundry, it isn't funny. Yeah, I've got sheets, I've got a blanket to wash that has been over Peanut's bed all winter time trying to keep him warm. So I wash that by itself because I don't want any dog hair getting on anything. Anywho, what was I saying before I rudely interrupted myself with almost hitting somebody with my car? That would not have been good. I just took my insurance down to liability only, and when I get ready to go on my trip, I'm going to put it up to at least comprehensive. I don't want full coverage because I don't need it, but I want to get comprehensive just in case and pay for that while I'm out on the road. I've been looking at like different travel things, and you know, the best time to go back there, I'm going to leave here the last week of September, and just I'm going to go up north into the Minnesota. I'm going to go up north to South Dakota, and then that'll take me over into that area. I'm just going to freeway it all the way there. I'm not going to do back roads and that kind of thing. I'm going to stay in rest stops, truck stops, and then when I get there, I'm going to Cracker Barrel it, that kind of thing. I may pay for a couple nights of camping. I'm going to have to look at campsites back there and get reservations now, because otherwise they will be gone by that time of the year. I'm not really good at planning ahead on things. I'm really bad at it, as a matter of fact. I just am, because I don't travel. Boy! I have a black dot in my eye and it's driving nuts. It's a new situation and I don't know what it is. And it's driving me crazy. It went away for a while, but now it's back. It's not a floater, because I have plenty of those. I have tons of floaters, but no, this black dot, it's a black dot. Yikes. Anywho, I don't plan things very well because I've never been a traveler. I've never been somebody who went and did all my life. I've never had money to do it. So, but this, I have been saying I'm going to do this trip every year since 2020. And actually before 2020, when 2020 hit, that kind of just nixed it. And then every year after that, something has happened to where I didn't feel comfortable leaving and going on a trip like that. But this year I've said, no, I'm doing it. I'm not going to let fear win. And so I've been watching this lady. She travels by herself, completely alone. She's been doing it for 7 years, and she's got really good tips and tricks and advice on how to travel solo as a female and make sure that you're safe everywhere you go. So I've been watching those videos and making a list of things that I think are important to know. Yeah, I don't know why, but I get like a real brain block when it comes to figuring out what do I want to take, what kind of clothing do I need to pack, what kind of food do I need to do. I'm gonna buy an actual refrigerator. I saw one on one of the channels that I watch of this girl who does van life, and this refrigerator is very low energy burning, which is what I need. But I really need a refrigerator because I make my dog's food, so I'll be making his food for the trip, and it has to be refrigerated. And there are things that I eat that have to be refrigerated, i.e. hummus. So I want those kinds of conveniences on the road. Yeah, I just want to make sure everything is, I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm back home. I talked your leg off all the way home. I'm now back in my space. My yard looks so pretty right after it's mowed. It does. The wind is just not giving up. It is just blowing like a maniac out here. It's ripped I'll show it to you. See that middle piece right there? Yeah, it's ripped it to shreds. And I've got the piece that came with the blue. It used to be blue, the underlayment part, but I didn't get it put up. I put up the big tent and forgot to put up the middle part, and I didn't want to have to take down the big tent to put up the middle part. So that's sitting inside my little footstool on my deck, brand new. So yeah, and my blue one that is now like a grayish color, it's starting to rip and tear. The sun just really does damage to everything around here. So I'm gonna get a new one of those and replace all of this like I have to do every year. It's a beautiful morning. All right, garden update. I'm going to have to cut some of these branches back here and hang them, and do that with my thyme as well. The flowers are so pretty. And look at this over here. Look at all of the strawberries. I've pulled 3 off and I've eaten one. The other two went to peanut, and they were real red, but they were really tiny. So I'm real curious. My tomato plant is over here. It had 5 flowers on it, and they just died. I think it's because it's been too hot. And it's starting to trellis a little bit on the fence, so I'm just praying that I get some fruit off of that. Cut back the flowers on the marigolds out right here. And then here's this one. And the canna lilies. And those right there. There's the cutiness. Are you ready to go in? If you're new to my channel, this is my deck. That's my robe. I had to move my lanterns in here because we have just had wind, wind, wind. Yep. This, my good friends, is a joke. I opened this up and about fell over. Look at this. That's $5 worth of product right here. So we have a little triangular bandage for a sling, so a little bit of gauze, a very cheap set of tweezers. It says there are scissors. There are the scissors. And I mean El Cheapo. Let's open this up. Let's examine what my $5 got me. I'm showing you this so that you don't go buy one and waste your money. So we have that. These aren't even bandage scissors. Oh, these are so cheap. I don't even know if they would cut. A 1 gauze pad, a little tiny bit of gauze bandage, and of course these these tweezers are pathetic. The scissors are the joke. Those are a huge joke. A couple of safety pins, a little tiny bit of this bandage tape. I will be adding to this with my own stuff. And then in here, what do we have? How to get into it? There it is. 5 cotton swabs. We have 4 Band-Aids, 1 finger Band-Aid, 1, I don't know what kind of Band-Aid that is, and 4 itty bitty ones. Oh, this is, yeah, I had to show you this. When I opened this yesterday, I was like, are you joking? You've got to be joking. They're not joking. I guess I paid for the case, basically, and $2 maybe worth of the product that's inside. So yes, I will definitely be adding to my first aid kit. I need to make room in here for my little deal. I love how I can't ever find my words anymore. It's so sad. Just going to leave the flaps on there so I know what's inside the flap. There we go. Get these flaps to come on the other side of the box. That'll be great. What is my malfunction? Oh my word. Does anybody else deal with this in your life where nothing you do works? Good grief. I'm not kidding you. This is my everyday life. It used to bother me, but I've gotten used to it. But I struggle with absolutely everything I do. It's just so sad. Oh, they've got it written down, so I don't have to keep these. Good. Yay. Okay, so put this all the way over here. And let's see, maybe I can shove these in to the sandwich area. I think that's what these are. Or are these snack bags? They're sandwich. Let's see if I can get them in here. I highly doubt it. So we're just gonna set them on top. This stuff can come out of here. Okay, trash bags, biodegradable lawn and leaf bags, aluminum foils, and parchment paper. Okay, and then these are my freezer bags that you take the air out of it with one of those machines. That can go back there. And then paper bags go underneath here. Beautiful. And then this is my aluminum foil that I just place under my oven when I'm using it to make sure we're fire protected. And let me put this in. That can go in there. That's my extra stuff for shelf liner. Okay, there. It works. It's been a few days since I have walked, so I'm really excited to be out here today. I am wearing my sandals because I have an ingrown toenail, and if I put my tennis shoes on, my toe is going to be really bad when I get back. These are sandals that I got from Shein, and they're lovely. They've got a really nice thick sole on them. So I'm basically checking out my new mic in the wild to see how it sounds. I have really struggled trying to find a mic that has good quality sound. There's a YouTuber that I watch, and his daughter got him one for Christmas, and it's just perfect. And I put a comment in his comment section and asked if he could drop the link for the mic, and he never responded. So the search is always on because, yeah, trying to find a good quality mic so I give you good quality audio. Dragonfly right in front. It's beautiful out here. It's 68 degrees, and it was 9:30 when I got here. The walk I take is 1.5 miles, and it's a lovely walk. Part of it's by the lake, part of it's by a river or two, and I have not seen a snake in weeks. And I'm thinking that they must have come in and set traps or something for these snakes because they were all over the place. And I have not seen one, which is pretty spectacular. I mean, I don't know how you go about finding snakes and getting rid of them, but it appears that that's exactly what they've done. It's beautiful greenery, some mint green, ponds everywhere in here, meandering little ponds. There's another dragonfly right in front of me. I used to be scared to death of dragonflies because how old was I when she told me this? I think I was 8 or 9. My sister and I were out playing, and she's 7 years older than me. And she says to me, "Do you know dragonflies will sew your lips shut?" I believed her. Yes, I have to admit that my middle name used to be Gullible. I am not kidding you. When I was married to my first husband, we went to Loveland Lake for the 4th of July. And he had me convinced, well, his parents lived in Loveland, so we would drive by the lake all the time, but we went there for the 4th of July. And I'm not quite sure when he told me this huge, gigantic lie, but he told me that alligators lived in the Loveland Lake. I was only 16. I believed him. Yeah, so gullible. Oh my word. Yes. Trusting. Way too trusting of people. I used to be. I'm not anymore. It took 60 some years for me to finally come to a place where, yeah, you're going to have to earn my trust. I'm just not going to automatically trust you these days. And it's kind of sad that that's what humanity has done to me, but it's a reality. So I hope the mic is sounding okay. Getting towards the lake over here. Yes, Mr. Peanut is right there. It's not humid. It's one of the things I am so grateful for. living here is humidity is very low. Beautiful, beautiful. If I ever get up early enough to get my kayak out here in the early morning. All right, I'm going to keep walking. No, that is not snow. That is cotton. Hear the woodpecker? And the pigeons. Coo, coo, coo. It's just so pretty. I love sharing it with you. Look at that beautiful sunlight just glistening off that water. So pretty. There's a squirrel out here. I never see squirrels here. This is the first squirrel I have seen since I've lived here, and that's 9 years. Wow, it's gone now. It's in that tree right there. Oh, it was. I don't see it now. That is wild. Thank you, Lord. I was asking to see squirrels, when was it? A couple weeks ago. He just now answered my prayer. I'd forgotten I'd even asked him that. There's Mr. Cuteness. Hi there, monkey. He's such a good boy. "17 books on their way to prisons." I have to order more books. That felt really, 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 really good too. Oh, so I come to get in my car and Dogbert had unlocked my door while I was gone. Usually he locks it. That's why I make sure I have my keys with me every time I get out of the car. No matter what I'm doing, my keys go with me if I'm going to shut my door. Yep. All right, I'm on my way home. I just saw another squirrel. That's 2 in one day after not seeing any for 9 years. And I prayed a couple weeks ago, like I said earlier, it sure would be nice to see squirrels. And I wonder why we don't ever see any squirrels around here. God is faithful to answer our prayer. Oh my word. I love you, Lord. Thank you. 2 squirrels in one day. My Amazon stuff got here, so I'm going to open it up and show you what I got. I'll show you what this is in a minute. And I will show you what this is in a minute. This is a skirt that feels like it might be too tight. I may have to send this back. Yeah, it's a large, but that waistband is just too tight. So that's going to get returned. I can't remember what kind of dress this is called, but it's gypsy. I don't know. But yeah, I'm going to have to try this one on. It might be too tight as well, but I've got to try it on and see. And I got my next roll of peel and stick wallpaper so I can finish my bathroom. This one fits just fine. I like it. It's very comfortable. Well, I don't have to send it back. It fits. Sweet. I don't have to return it. Yay. All right, I am continuing the wallpaper application, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to do this angle right here. I am eyeballing for level because I can't get a level up here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a really defined line right here, and I'm going to cut above that line and below this line so I leave myself some playroom for application. A little rough cut here above the line. It's not all the way to the wall, and it should be. My knife and cut that off, the excess. Trying to stay in the groove of that trim. Oh, I need a new blade. What I'm doing here is I'm seeing how much excess I can cut off, and I'm gonna be generous, like right there. I'm gonna go cut this off, and I'll be back, making sure I've got enough to complete the wall over here, right there, with this line. Not what I was doing. There, that it flows with the pattern. All right, I will go cut that, and I'll be right back. This one I cut a little more precise. I want to make sure that we are okay with the cut. Yep, we are. Okay, off with the backing. If you're getting some good ideas out of this video, I would really appreciate a thumbs up. That would be really nice. I'm going to measure the wall, and then I'm going to cut it and leave a ½ inch at the top and a ½ inch at the bottom. I'm writing top, so I know this is the top of the paper. Make a very defined crease once I start peeling back the paper, allowing for a ½ inch at the top, which of course is going to be more at the other side because the wall is slanted. Now if it's indeed level, it's going to lay down easily. It won't be much issue. I use a rag instead of the thing that you scrape with. It seems to lay it down easier and better. It must be true because it's laying down nicely. Got a light switch cover that I'm going to have to get around coming up here shortly. I'm really glad I chose this route. I really like the look of it a lot. Okay, almost to the light switch. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut right here. My iPhone storage was full right when I got to the light switch, so I just did a cut carefully around the light switch. I cut here first, then I cut down as I was laying down the wallpaper, and then when I got to the bottom, I went ahead and cut this. I'm going to have to cut it a little bit more right here because that's where the bottom of the plate is. We're going to clean that up, and I will be wallpapering over the plate so it will all look cohesive and pretty. There we go. All right, one more piece to lay, and this wall will be done. Trim. I'm going to get that done. There are patches here and there, but it's just the way it is. Okay, for this one, I'm cutting it at 8 inches across and 40 inches down. So you got to think upside down because you've got your paper upside down. So I have to picture what side would I be setting next to the wallpaper over here, and it would be this side. So this is going to be the wall. This is going to be next to the wallpaper. I've got top written up here, so I know that I am cutting it in the right spot so that my pattern will match or that it'll go together. All right, let's go see. Okay, let's see what we got. I've cut out a square here, a rectangle or whatever. I've put one screw in the switch plate just to make sure I'm in alignment, and I'm going to place this. I've taken the backing off of it just on the edge so it catches. Now I'm going to get the screw off of there, and I'll take the switch plate out of here. Hole, and where the screws go, just make a little dent, stab the pencil through. Now I can hang it. Here we have a completed project. I am so glad it's done. The only thing I have left to do is to hang the thermostat on the wall. I'll get to that later. But yeah, I'm very pleased. It looks okay. It looks okay. It looks okay. If you didn't know where the mistakes were, you wouldn't see them. So that's all that matters. All right, that is the end of this video, folks. I hope you enjoyed this content. Leave it a big old thumbs up if you did. I will see you next time. Have a great week, everybody. Comment, thumbs, share, all that. Subscribe, the whole nine.